Well, we're here at the India House Hostel in New Orleans, which means that our first week has come to a close already. We've been through about 12 states, that's our latest count. And it's hard to imagine that 6-7 days ago we were driving down the driveway. Colin and I keep talking about the fact that we just feel like so much has happened, and we're almost different people already just from having been on the road for the time that we have. Originally, Nashville was sort of a last-second addition, and looking back on it, I don't know how it ever was, because it's been such a rewarding time being there. And especially as musicians, you know, you walk down the street and you hear music everywhere. You see musicians on the street. One of the people that we talked to, a songwriter who lives in Nashville, says that one of the sayings around town is that in Nashville everybody plays guitar, from your dentist to your janitor, and I think it's true. Because of that, it was really easy to meet musicians. We were a little bit worried early on, you know, are we going to really be able to meet other musicians, or are we just going to watch people perform and then go home? And that wasn't the case.
Dancer in porcelain, swirling around. She never gets dizzy, she never falls down. And she's never had more than one foot on the ground. Wind her and start her spinning again. I picture us here in 35mm. Someday we'll be years from now. You'll have a few kids and a job and a world you don't know.
We got to go to some really historic places. My favorite was the former site of the Grand Ole Opry, called the Ryman Auditorium, where people like Johnny Cash and June Carter performed, Hank Williams, later on even people like Eric Clapton performed there. So it was this beautiful stage where we got to stand and experience that. But I think the best part of being in Nashville was getting to meet so many different people. And this includes musicians and non-musicians. We got to meet, in terms of musicians, we got to collaborate in some really cool ways. One of the highlights was when a songwriter named Landon Stubblefield invited us over to his co-songwriter's home studio, where they were recording for their group Since Cassettes. And they're working on this new album, and they had a string section that they wanted to sort of fill out, and they had been using synthesizer strings to record, and Colin brought up that he plays fiddle, and in a sort of snap decision, Landon's co-songwriter Cannon said, "Want to be on our record?" So now Colin's going to be on their record, which is really exciting. As for me, I got the honor of performing at a writer's circle at the Douglas Corner Cafe. It was the first night we were there, and I got to perform 2 original songs. It was a venue that has been really important in Nashville songwriting history. Garth Brooks, for example, cut his teeth there. And what's great about Nashville is that there are so many musicians in one place, and there are these dozen or less clubs that have helped foster all this music. We had an incredible time in Nashville. To be honest, it's really hard for us to leave because I think we just started getting the sense that, okay, now we get where it's cool to go. Now we know where things are. That's part of being on the road. That's part of being billed out and bound to go. But we're really excited to be here in New Orleans. We're getting up bright and early to go exploring in the city, and we can't wait to continue sharing the adventure with you on the nightly blog posts and with pictures all day on suitcaseandguitar.com.